I would like to talk a little bit more about coaching and also how to explain this. Because if you don't really want an art career, but you want to progress in your art, why would you even need coaching? Well, here's the thing. You need accountability, you need also measurements in which your growth will be visible. Because if not, you can work very hard and make the same mistake over and over and over again. You won't notice that you're doing that. Even though you don't have to perform for money, even though you don't want to have an art career, you want to work towards results. Because drawing and painting takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of money, it takes a lot of effort. You have to explain to your loved ones why you're sitting there in your studio for hours and hours. So it has a certain value to you. And that's where I come in. The coaching program is a very fulfilling program. You can leave it anytime. You can tell me what kind of subjects you really would like to work on. Either I will group you in Zoom meetings with other people who have the same subject, or I work with you one-on-one, which is rewarding in itself. It is really nice to dig a little bit deeper on your subject or on the problems that you are facing. So here are the 6 points that are pitfalls, have been pitfalls for me, and I would like for you to not have to deal with it. It took me 50 years before I could actually really call myself an artist and have an art career that to be proud of. Now, I had some big commissions and I sold a lot of paintings. I have not been in that many galleries because as soon as I was really ready to get out, COVID started and then we had a hurricane and the rest is history. But here are the 6 points that I want you not to make. First, create a foundation. I cannot stress this enough because if you don't have enough time or enough money to create continuation, it is very hard to stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. Every time it takes mental effort to get into the realm, a different world of painting and drawing. The outside world requires different talents than when you are painting. And I made the mistake, well, it's not really a mistake, I didn't know any better, to, if I was working full time, I had a lot of money, but I didn't have time. I was exhausted, and actually, I wasted that money just to get over the exhaustion. It was not a good thing. When I had all the time in the world, I could not pay the rent, and it caused so much stress that I also was not free in my head. So that didn't work either. To work part-time, to have an income to cover your needs is really important. It's the bottom of the Maslow pyramid, if you remember that. And he's right, it's the most important thing that you can create for yourself. Live a simple life. I mean, you don't need all the gadgets anytime when there's something else coming out. I don't have a TV. I mean, I have one, but I don't even know how it works. And all the information, the negativity that comes from there, I don't have to deal with that either. Now, am I behind when there's news? Not really, because still Facebook, word of mouth, people talking about it, all these things tell me fast enough when there's a hurricane approaching or when there's serious news that I really need to know. So don't be afraid to be left out of the world news. Then another thing is that we overthink too much. We think too much, period. We think that we need to get completely ready to start making a drawing. And there's so many thoughts. The thought process itself is actually preventing you from getting started, getting out there, making a drawing, really simple drawing. It's also the judgments that we have about, is it good enough? Am I not wasting my time? All these things, I will help remind you that that's going on. So go out there when you feel like it. Don't question yourself why. Just take action. Take as much action as you can. Make lousy paintings. Make lousy drawings. We like them all. It's about getting the flow, your artistic flow, going. Now, another thing that comes close to that, because that might prevent you also from getting started, is, am I good enough? Am I talented enough? Do I have what it takes to justify all the money and all the time in the world that I'm going to spend on my hobby, which is not really a hobby. It's a need for the soul. We all need it, and the world needs art too. Thinking that you don't have it is total BS, because whatever you bring to the table is about you. Talent is highly overrated. I always say that because painting and drawing is a skill, like driving a car, like whatever else we are doing in life. Why would that be such a hurdle to think that now all of a sudden you're not good enough to make a drawing or a painting? It's yours. Be proud of it. Then another thing, point 4, is our loved ones. We want to have approval of our loved ones so bad that when they say, well, I don't like it, or this is a stupid face that you just painted, we want to please them because we want to belong to our people, to our peeps. We want to be part of the social system. But actually, really, whatever we make as an artist is born in solitude. I hate to say it. That's the truth. For writers, probably also for musicians, even though they can play together, the real creative part is you. And you have to learn to stand on your own, be on your own, and make those steps in whatever you're creating without approval of others. Dig deep within you and also protect it for the time that it cannot even see daylight until you have bonded with it. It's really much like a pregnancy. Nobody's going to poke in your belly to see if the baby's still alive. So you're not showing it until you personally feel ready to show a certain drawing or a certain painting. Number 5 is that after all you put in, now you want to be discovered. Am I there yet? Am I good enough yet for the world to show? Is there anybody out there that can see how much talent I have, how much I work, how good I am? And it's kind of a difficulty. I remember my mentor kept saying, make another 100 more, make another 100 more. And I was furious because I thought, well, I'm running out of money, I'm spending all my time, and you don't even have the guts to give an opinion of what I'm making. So, but that's a reality. You will not be discovered. And if you will, probably, like there's so many shooting stars right now in art, it comes and goes really fast. whatever you're going to achieve in the outside world with your art, just enjoy it, but keep the power within you. Don't let anyone run with it. So don't count on being discovered. And something that comes really close to this is that we're waiting for an expert. If only somebody can tell me exactly what to do so I can be successful. And I thought that too. I thought, okay, the technique, the dreams, the dream world I want to build, and then somebody can make the connection to the outside world so I can have an immediate audience. And there's an expert somewhere out there that knows this, that I can learn from, that I can follow the system, and I promise I will work every day 10 hours. Then I will be successful. You are the expert. You got to see what you're making. It reflects straight at you. You can find peers. You can find people who can guide you a little bit, where you can make it better, where you can make it maybe more understandable, use different colors. But ultimately, you are the expert in what you're doing. And in paint, that's absolutely so. There's a lot on the internet that you can learn on techniques, on different things to try. I'm not going to teach you that. You have access to all my classes. You can ask me questions. But by finding your way, you will find your voice. And you will be proud of it because it's yours. This is what I have to say to all people who are taking my coaching classes or coaching subscription basically. I also would urge you not to quit too soon. Most people quit too soon. They say it's too difficult, I can't do it, but they're just finding some kind of challenge that they cannot pronounce, or they find it too hard. Then maybe the life situation is not in order yet to create this sanctuary, this space for you in which you really can start focusing on your art. That's it for now. I wanted to really explain a little bit that I'm here as a coach. I have a lot of experience in the field. I did many different things. And I lost my studio in the Hurricane Ian. So now I am full-time working for you. I hope to see you soon in our first Zoom meeting.